Hey everyone. Ever feel like your life is on a cosmic treadmill? Like, are we really just repeating the same patterns over and over? Well, today we are tackling two big ideas, karma and reincarnation, to see if they hold the keys to breaking free.
You know, it's fascinating how these concepts, often seen as ancient wisdom, are actually having a real resurgence in modern thought.
Totally. Yeah, our source material is Karma and Reincarnation. Transcend your past, transform your future, and just between us, this isn't your grandma's self-help book, though I'm sure she'd have some great insights too.
Indeed, Elizabeth Clare Prophet and Patricia Spadaro, they offer a really intriguing blend of spiritual principles, historical context, and even some pretty wild anecdotes.
Yeah, they right out of the gate, they hit us with this chart of your divine self. Imagine it like your soul's blueprint, like at the very top we've got the I am presence, pure God consciousness.
Think of it like the spark of the divine, like within each of us, the unchanging eternal part that connects us to something far greater. It's a concept that resonates, across many spiritual traditions, suggesting there's a part of us that transcends the limitations of this physical life.
Okay, so we've got this ultimate source, the I am presence. Then flowing from that is our higher self, that wiser, more evolved aspect of ourselves.
And finally, grounded here in the physical world is our soul, the part of us currently navigating this earthly experience.
Okay, so the book argues that the goal is to align these three aspects of ourselves, to bridge that gap between our everyday lives and that ultimate divine awareness.
Precisely. And in doing so, we can potentially break free from those repeating cycles, the very cycle of reincarnation itself.
Which brings us to reincarnation, a concept often linked with Eastern religions, but this book argues it was a more widespread belief.
Yeah, think about the phoenix rising from the ashes, a powerful image of rebirth and renewal found across ancient cultures, from Egypt to Greece. Even early Celtic and Norse traditions had whispers of souls returning in new bodies.
It's like this idea of reincarnation was almost universal at one point.
It's true. In fact, even early Christianity had threads of reincarnation woven through its beliefs. However, over time, these ideas were suppressed by church councils, largely due to political and theological shifts at the time.
Yeah, it really makes you think about how history shapes our understanding of these big spiritual concepts. But now, fast forward to today, and reincarnation is having a comeback, even in the West. Why do you think that is?
The authors point to a few factors. For one, there's been a significant increase in people sharing near-death experiences, many of which echo those themes of leaving the physical body and even encountering a sense of going home to a non-physical realm.
And then there's the whole world of past life regression therapy, where people claim to access memories from previous lives.
Right, and some of these accounts are incredibly detailed, like the case of Shanti Devi from India. Yeah. As a child, she vividly described a past life, even leading researchers to her former family and home.
Okay, that's kind of mind-blowing. But it does make you wonder, if we've lived before, why don't we remember?
The book proposes a fascinating idea, a veil of forgetfulness. It suggests that this forgetting is actually an act of mercy. Imagine carrying the weight of countless past lives, all that joy, sorrow, every triumph, and heartbreak into this life. It could be overwhelming.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. We all know how heavy even this life can feel sometimes. But if our past lives are hidden, does that mean we're just puppets of our karma? Mm-hmm. Destined to repeat the same mistakes over and over again?
That's where things get really interesting. The book argues that karma isn't some fixed destiny, some cosmic punishment we have to endure.
So it's not like we're predetermined to mess up our relationships or make the same bad decisions over and over again.
Exactly. The choices we make, the actions we take, those create consequences that echo through time. But the key is we always have the power to change our choices, to break free from those old patterns. It's less about predetermined fate and more about understanding the consequences of our actions and using our free will to make different choices in the present.
So if karma isn't fate, what is it?
Think of life as a school, and karma is the curriculum designed to help our souls evolve. And just like in school, sometimes we need to repeat a lesson or a lifetime until we truly learn and grow.
Okay, I like that analogy. So what are some of the core subjects we might be here to master in this cosmic classroom of life?
Well, some common themes seem to be learning to forgive, cultivating compassion, facing our fears, and recognizing our interconnectedness with everyone and everything.
So if life is a cosmic classroom and karma is the curriculum, are there any like extra credit opportunities to like help us ace those karmic lessons?
You know, the book actually dives into some powerful tools for transforming negative karma and accelerating our spiritual growth, and one of the most profound is forgiveness.
Forgiveness, I'll admit that one can be tough, especially when we've been hurt or wronged.
Absolutely. It's not about letting someone off the hook or pretending the hurt didn't happen. True forgiveness is more about releasing the grip that anger, resentment, or bitterness might have on us. It's about freeing ourselves from the weight of the past.
So forgiveness is more about our own inner healing than condoning someone else's actions.
Exactly. It's like choosing to release a poisonous arrow we've been carrying, that pain that's only hurting us in the long run. The book even suggests a daily forgiveness ritual, taking a few moments each day to consciously release any grudges or negativity we might be holding on to.
That makes a lot of sense. It's like hitting the reset button each day so we don't carry that baggage forward. Now, the book also mentions this concept of the violet flame. I've heard whispers about this, but it sounds pretty mystical. What's the deal with this violet flame?
Imagine a spiritual energy so potent, so high frequency, that it can purify and transform negativity at its core. That's the violet flame, described by the authors as a tool for spiritual alchemy.
Alchemy, like turning lead into gold, but for our karma?
I love that analogy. It's not about denying the negative, but transforming it. The book provides specific prayers and mantras to connect with this energy, using the power of sound and intention to shift our vibration.
So it's like a combination of meditation, prayer, and visualization, all focused on tapping into this transformative energy.
Precisely, and the applications are vast.
Yeah.
The book talks about using the violet flame to address physical ailments, heal emotional wounds, clear mental blocks, and even enhance creativity.
Wow. It's like a spiritual multi-tool. Now let's talk about relationships. I mean, if life is about those karmic lessons, relationships have to be at the top of the syllabus.
Right, absolutely. The book delves into the concept of soulmates and twin flames, suggesting that some souls are drawn to each other across multiple lifetimes.
Okay, everyone loves a good love story, but in the context of karma and reincarnation, it's not just about finding like the one and living happily ever after, is it?
Right. These relationships, while potentially deeply fulfilling, can also bring up some of our most profound challenges and karmic lessons.
Yeah.
Think of it like those souls we have unfinished business with. Those we're meant to learn and grow with, sometimes through joy, sometimes through friction.
So how do we know if a relationship is like a karmic connection?
Yeah.
Versus just a bad date?
While there's no guaranteed formula, karmic relationships often involve intense emotions.
Yeah.
A sense of deja vu, like you've known this person before.
Yeah.
And those recurring patterns that seem to play out no matter how hard you try to break free.
Like that on again, off again couple that just can't seem to quit each other, or maybe those family dynamics that feel like a never-ending soap opera.
Exactly. The key is to remember that we always have the free will to choose how we respond. These relationships aren't meant to trap us, but to awaken us.
Yeah.
To help us break free from old unhealthy patterns and create healthier, more fulfilling connections.
So we've talked about those big karmic connections, but what about the everyday stuff? Do those little things, like those small acts of kindness, or let's be honest, those moments of impatience, do those even register in the grand scheme of karma?
Absolutely. The book stresses that it's not just the big life choices, but every thought, word, and action that contributes to our karmic tapestry. It's a powerful reminder to be mindful of how we're showing up in the world, even in those seemingly insignificant moments.
It's almost like a cosmic pay it forward system, right? We never know how those small acts of kindness might ripple outward and create positive change.
Precisely. And the opposite is true as well, right? Those moments when we act out of impatience, anger, judgment, those create their own ripples, adding to the collective karma we we all share.
Yeah, it's a reminder that we're all interconnected, and that even those seemingly small choices we make each day can have a far-reaching impact.
Which brings us to an empowering concept, right?
Yeah.
The idea that we can actively shape our karma. It's not about passively waiting for good or bad things to happen, but rather consciously choosing to create a more positive future, both for ourselves and for the world around us.
So we're not just along for the ride. We can actually steer the ship, so to speak.
Exactly. The book offers several tools for taking a more proactive approach to our karma, like setting positive intentions. For example, by consciously choosing the energy we want to bring into a situation, or the kind of life we want to create, we're aligning ourselves with those outcomes.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. What about those times when we feel stuck, like we're repeating the same patterns over and over?
Well, the book delves into what it calls karmic matrices. Think of these as mental and emotional blueprints that have been shaped by our past experiences, both in this life and in previous ones. These matrices can create self-fulfilling prophecies, leading us to recreate those same patterns, even when they no longer serve us.
So for example, if someone has a karmic matrix around fear of abandonment, they might constantly sabotage their relationships, even if they desperately want a committed partnership.
Exactly. The key is to become aware of those karmic matrices. Yeah. To bring those subconscious patterns to the surface so we can choose differently.
So it's about rewriting those old scripts, changing the narrative.
Absolutely. And one powerful way to do that is through self-reflection and inner work. The book emphasizes that our thoughts, emotions, and physical well-being are deeply intertwined. Unresolved emotional issues, especially those with roots in past life experiences, can actually manifest as physical ailments or energy blockages.
Wow, that's pretty mind-blowing. So our emotional baggage can literally make us sick.
Yeah. It's a fascinating field of study, and there's growing evidence to suggest that our minds and bodies are far more interconnected than we previously understood.
So if we're carrying around emotional wounds from this life or even from past lives, how do we even begin to heal those?
Well, the book suggests a multi-layered approach, combining those practical tools for transformation like forgiveness, the violet flame, and making amends with self-care practices that nourish our minds, bodies, and spirits.
It's about addressing those wounds on all levels, not just putting a Band-Aid on the symptoms.
Precisely. And that brings us to another powerful concept from the book, spiritual alchemy. Yeah. It's the idea that we can take those raw materials of our experiences, those painful memories, those karmic challenges, and actually transform them into something positive, something life-affirming.
Spiritual alchemy, that sounds pretty advanced. Are we talking about turning ourselves into gold here?
Not literally, though it might feel that way. It's more about a shift in perspective. A willingness to see those challenges as opportunities for growth, and those painful experiences as catalysts for transformation.
So it's about finding those hidden blessings even in the midst of adversity.
Exactly. And remember, we're not alone in this journey. Yeah. The book emphasizes that we all have access to guidance and support, whether it's from our higher selves, spiritual guides, or even those trusted mentors and friends who offer wisdom and encouragement.
It's a reminder that we're part of something much bigger than ourselves, right? This interconnected web of souls, all on a journey of growth and evolution.
Beautifully said. And ultimately, that's the invitation of this book, to approach life with a sense of curiosity and wonder, to see those challenges as opportunities for growth, and to remember that we have the power to create a more positive and fulfilling future, both for ourselves and for the world around us.
It's been quite a deep dive. So as we wrap things up, what's the one thing you hope our listeners take away from this exploration of karma and reincarnation?
If I had to choose just one, it would be this. You are not bound by the limitations of a single lifetime. Your soul's journey is vast and ever unfolding, and you have the power to create a future filled with purpose, joy, and boundless possibilities.
I love that. It's a reminder that even amidst those karmic ups and downs, we have the power to choose love, to create positive change, and to live lives that truly matter. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into karma and reincarnation. Until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep embracing the infinite possibilities that life has to offer.